Top of the day to you. Happy Father's Day. We are both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Today we honor the Divine Masculine. Rise of the Divine Masculine. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's purify. Let's purify our consciousness so we just have that just impeccable wisdom. And what is wisdom? It is love. It is love for the truth. It is absolute, undeviating devotion for the truth. So there you go. You have the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, the King and the Queen, so to speak, married together to make us a whole person. And when we are a whole balanced person with the wisdom side and the love side and the compassion side evenly balanced and in full expression, guess what happens? We jump off from being identified with either side and jump into soul consciousness. Soul consciousness, who we really, really are. Good morning, Natalie. I want to still talk to you. Thank you for your beautiful message yesterday. It touched this thing. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. Thank you for that. And Brooke, good morning, Brooke. I bow to the blazing fire of devotion in your heart and the beautiful divine light that you are. Unfading blossom, soul blossom of unfading beauty are you and all of us. Wow. So listen, on this day and every day, we only have one responsibility. Our chief, supreme responsibility is to give our responsibility back to the one who is sole responsible. All right? Our number one top priority in life, regardless, no exceptions, is to give back our stress about responsibility and give it back to the one who is solely responsible so that we could have responsibility, that we can respond to the inner promptings of our soul's intuition and to the guidance of the wisdom and the outpouring of the love that flows through the heart when we are clear and empty and given back. We all know, right? If we surrender, we are totally empowered then with the truth of our soul nature. So that's it. We're going to give it back to the supreme bliss fire and let it burn, baby. Let it burn. That's our first thing to ever consider is to let this humanness burn. Let this next choice burn. Before you make the choice, burn it. So that we can, out of that particular choice moment, clear as the sky on a cloudless day. Clear as a still calm body of water. Clear, pure as a crystal pure stream flowing from just fresh snow. All right? So we can be right here, right now, in the present moment, allowing this divine wisdom and this divine love to take us over completely. How does that sound for a Father's Day? How does that sound for any day? How does that sound anyway? All right? So let's just burn it. Throw whatever's on your mind. Doesn't matter what. We are already in the sacred flames of spirit. Anyway, we're burning anyway. If we only realize the immortal bliss flames that we live in, we can't exist without those immortal bliss flames. So it's automatic that you and I are a sorcerer and a sorceress. And all we do is keep the offerings into the sacred fire, constant and steady. This thought, this feeling, what just happened, into the sacred fire. We have no recollection of it. All we know that we're burning in joy and we're burning in happiness and we're burning up with devotion. That's all we know. On my soul's altar, on my soul's altar, I tend a sacred fire. I tend a sacred fire of constant remembrance, of constant remembrance of love. Ram Ram Sita Hare Hare Radhe Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Radhe Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. That's the soul and the spirit. Radhe represents soul. So does Sita. Ram represents Supreme Spirit, and so does Krishna. So Sita Ram, Radhe Krishna is that pining, that longing for our soul, free from all qualities, free from masculine, free from the feminine, just pure soul fire, going back to the immortal fires of bliss oneness. I'm talking. This is the day of days. This moment rocks on my soul's altar, on my soul's altar. I tend a sacred fire, I tend a sacred fire of constant remembrance, of constant remembrance of love. Ram Ram Sita Hare Rama, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram Ram Sita Hare Hare. Rama Sita Hare Hare. Ram Sita Hare Rama. Radhe Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram Ram Sita Hare Rama. Radhe Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. On my soul's altar, Hare Bol. On my soul's altar, Hare Krishna. Soul's altar, Sita Ram on my soul's altar. I tend a sacred fire, I tend a sacred fire of constant remembrance, of constant remembrance, of constant remembrance of love, of source, of God. Everything else, just burn it, burn it, burn it. Everything else, just burn it in the sacred flames. Be inflamed with love. Be inflamed with just this single-hearted and single-mindedness, that there's just this Arjuna warrior at your third chakra that just is absolutely unconditional, undeviatingly devoted to that light, to that beautiful light of this universe. Just unbelievable. I mean, once you taste the light, sense the light, you know, work through enough stuff so you cleared away many of your distractions, or just start with one today, starting at the beginning, who cares? Because it's all relative. So you have a little more love and devotion in your heart for truth today, and it's going to work wonders in your life. But it's just going to reveal to you how beautiful is the light. Beautiful light. Loving light, beautiful light, loving light. You're around me and inside of me, drawing me up to be with you. I embrace you and I love you and I melt myself in you. Beautiful light, loving light. Beautiful light, loving light. You're around me and inside of me, drawing me up to be with you. I embrace you and I love you and I melt myself in you. Beautiful light, love. loving light, beautiful light, loving light. You're around me and inside of me, drawing me up to be with you. I embrace you and I love you and I melt myself in you. I embrace you and I love you and I melt myself in you. Beautiful light, love and light. Beautiful light, love and light. You're around me and inside of me, drawing me up to be with you. I embrace you and I love you and I melt myself in you. I embrace you and I love you and I melt myself in you. Visualize. You don't have to see the light. You don't have to have an experience of the light. But part of this undeviating devotion and the single-minded and single-heartedness, when you can burn first and foremost whatever other crazy ideas in your brain, and you burn it, then you can start to intuitively imagine this most beautiful light that you are and everyone is. I see you, right? I see you. I see you. And imagine it and fall in love with it before you fall in love with it. Have a romance with it before you even know what the heck that means. Before you even, because otherwise the mind, if the thoughts aren't burned up before, you'll start thinking that this isn't this, it doesn't work for you. Are you kidding? Light and love and happiness and joy doesn't work for you? So as I sing this, divine light, loving light, visualize it, beautiful light, loving light, you're around me and inside of me, drawing me up to be with you. I embrace you and I love you and I melt myself in you. I embrace you and I love you and I melt myself in you. Beautiful light, loving light, beautiful light, most loving light. You're around me and inside of me, drawing me up to be with you. I embrace you and I love you and I melt myself in. Now we're talking. See? Do you see how you don't have to have the experience? Don't you see that you're waiting around for something like some kind of a divine intervention or something? That's fine, but create it, generate it, induce it, baby. Induce it. Induce it, generate it, want it really bad, have no other options. You know, the greatest people I love to be teaching yoga to and be with are the real addicts in recovery. This is soul recovery. We're in recovery from delusion. But I love any addict, any desperate person that has hit their bottom line because it just was over. They were just absolutely, they couldn't do another thing except either kill themselves or turn to help. All right? I love those people that turn to help because the other ones are on the other side. I love their soul, but I can't do anything for them except love their soul. I love the ones that are in sober living in the initial stages. But let me tell you this, I've been 48 plus years now in sober living, and I am more desperate for being in the program like it's day one, and if I slip, if I let one thing go, I'm lost. It's even more important now. So I love the recovery people. I think that's going to be my happiness zone. And the more desperate that you are, then that's it. That's the same idea, man. And so when we talk about the loving light, I mean, we're developing a love affair with it before we even know what the heck it means. We're developing a love affair with the Divine Beloved while we're addicted to all the material things. It doesn't matter because you have a soul, man. You have a soul, woman. You have a soul that has all the knowledge and all the fire and all the love and all the devotion and all the power you need now. Rely on that soul. Give your responsibility for all the things that you are owning as being responsible for, that you think you're responsible for, but we're not responsible for anything. We don't have anything to do with this creation. This is all Source. Source is the only one responsible. Our only responsibility is to give our responsibility back to the one who's the only one responsible. You see, and that is a great responsibility to the calling of spirit to your soul to reunite with it. It's a responsibility. But give this whole notion of you being responsible is just going to make you really, really depressed, okay? So we burn up every notion and completely give back everything human about us until we have just this freedom about us and a lightness in our step and energy that is just buoyant, that is just, cheerful, because we don't have any more responsibility. Yet, it is the ultimate responsibility to give that responsibility back and everything else into the sacred bliss fire oneness. Okay? It makes so much sense to drop the nonsense so we can see super clearly. It makes so much sense to drop the nonsense so we can see super clearly. Clarity of mind and clarity of heart, clarity for our soul, and clarity of mind and clarity of heart, clarity for our soul. 'Cause I love to see you, I love to see, pretend I'm seeing the beautiful light that we are made of. You can't love the outer part of a human. It changes, it wrinkles, it ages. It will be away from you, even if you adore every wrinkle at 103 years old with your spouse that's 104 years old. But it goes away. So love that which doesn't go away, that is always there as the light inside a body, and the light when your body dissolves and goes back into the light. Love the light. That's what we're talking. It makes so much sense to drop the nonsense of anything but burning thoughts and feelings and desires in the sacred fire of wisdom, so you can see super clearly. It makes so much sense to drop the nonsense so you can see super clearly. Hello, Alexander! Oh, clarity of mind and clarity of heart, clarity for the soul, clarity of mind and clarity of heart, clarity for our soul. 'Cause I love to see you, I love you, the light. Oh, I love to see you with crystal clarity. Oh, I love to see you, the light in one's eyes. I love you, the light in everyone. I love to see you with crystal clarity. It makes so much sense to drop the nonsense so I can see super clearly. It makes so much sense to drop the nonsense so I can see super clearly. Oh, clarity of mind and clarity of heart, clarity for my soul. Oh, clarity of mind and clarity of heart, clarity for the soul. Let's long for the light. Oh, I love to see you, the beautiful light. I love the light in you and everyone. Oh, I love to see you with crystal clarity. Oh, I love to see you, most beautiful light. Oh, I love the light in your eyes. I love you. I love to see you with crystal clarity. I see you. I feel you. I imagine you. I intuit you because I've decided to burn in a sacred fire of constant remember the truth that all is light, that all is love, that all is peace. That's just what I choose to believe. So having that as a foundation and a sacred fire to throw every other temptation, every other thought, every other doubt, anything and everything into that sacred fire leaves me absolutely without responsibility. Without responsibility except to be me, the all-powerful immortal soul me. Now that is taking on some responsibility to the divine calling of spirit right now, calling you back home. Wow! And if I were you, and I am, why wait? Why wait? Why wait for this union? Why wait? Why wait? Oh, my soul and spirit. Oh, my soul and spirit. Oh, my soul and spirit. Why wait? Why wait? Don't wait. Don't wait. Why wait? Why wait? Oh, my soul and spirit. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Chris. Top of the day. We have purified the Father quality within us, our Father nature, to the point of pure wisdom. So we have a sacred fire going of pure wisdom, that we are immortal soul, one with the infinite fires of spirit. And we're throwing everything else into that sacred fire. And then we've tenderized, we've purified as well our heart centers. So we are just longing, we are just pining, not for later today, not for tomorrow, that's way too long. For this moment, why wait? Why wait? Why wait? Why wait? Oh, my soul and spirit. Oh, my soul and spirit. When 'tis now we can meet. When 'tis now we can meet and melt in the ocean heart of oneness everlasting. The ocean heart of oneness everlasting. Why wait? Why wait? Anyone into the ocean heart of oneness everlasting? Anyone into completion, so you feel totally fulfilled and overflowing, and there's new inflow coming in all the time, so you never feel like you're lacking, you never feel like you go empty, you never feel tired, you never feel sad. Is anyone ready to have the responsibility to listen to your soul call, to get busy, to know your soul, to just have everything burn up that isn't of your soul nature, one with spirit, and to be non-negotiably ready for that? Why wait? Why wait? Non-negotiably. Why wait? Why? Because you know, if you hold a little bit out, and it's not complete, unconditional. Some of you that have been in sobriety for a while, it was non-negotiable. But tell you this, though, there's other things that we're not doing so well with in our life. They're the ones that you think that are okay in your life, but really, if we look at it, you know, we need to have that same non-negotiable attitude that when we get sober, that if we continue with this particular thing, it's all relative, man. Because if you want to go higher and higher, we got to keep taking care of those things that are the so-called little innocent things, right? Anything that pulls your consciousness down to a lower level of vibration, go burn. All right? So look at this. Don't you love the Father message, the Heavenly Father message saying, would you guys hurry up and get back home? I got a feast waiting for you in the kingdom of where you've really come from, which is beyond this creation. Beyond this creation. Is anyone interested in burning up all desires and all thoughts instantly so you don't get caught up in the drama and the trauma of this creation and its emotional upsets? You don't belong here. We don't belong here. So why wait? Why wait? Why wait? Why wait? Oh, my soul and spirit. Oh, my soul and spirit. When 'tis now we can meet, when 'tis now we can meet and melt in the ocean heart of oneness everlasting, the ocean heart of oneness everlasting, of oneness everlasting. I love our message today. I love the energy of the message. I love the presence who's presenting this message to you. And really, if you really want to know, I love my soul because my soul is the one who's delivering this to me. My soul is really the absolute perfect conduit for the invisible, intangible. Because I'm in a body, so I need that perfect reflection of the infinite, intangible, beyond creation, the unmanifested bliss consciousness to somehow be in me. And it is in me, impeccably in me is my soul. So I really have my soul to thank. I really have my soul to pronam to. I really have my soul to get drunk with endlessly because my soul is filled with that joy, filled with that bliss, filled with that happiness. And you know what? Someone who's single-minded and single-hearted, who is freed up because of this constant sorcery power of them to keep a sacred fire lit and to throw all the logs of this thought, all the logs of this moment. The worst thing happens in your life makes a great burning log. Throw it in. A great thing happens in your life. It makes for a great burning log. Equally, one that is horrible for you and something that is fantastic for you. Usually the fantastic ones we get very, very overly excited about, but either case it's a duality, so both of them are limited. So throw everything into this sacred fire, right? Because you and I need to have a clear channel of our undeviating devotion and our longing for. Let everything in life, instead of suppressing you and making you sad and thinking it's not going right for you, and then whatever else, life is unfair and whatever you want isn't coming as soon, and whatever, burn it, baby, because then you'll have one burning desire. You'll have one freeway where you could go as fast as you can back home into this beautiful, loving light. I love you with all of my mind. I love you with all my heart. I love you with all my strength. And I love you with all my soul. See, that's the freeway, man, right there. That's when you love with everything you've got. You love with everything you got. How do you learn to love with everything you got? You learn to love with everything you got by a moment of practice at a time. Whatever you want to pick up to have a new hobby in life, you start with the very first step. Well, if you want to learn how to love, then you just bring all your cells, all your energy, all your mind, and all your strength into any present moment, and you just love. You just love with your whole being. You love with the whole deal. You love with everything you've got. And you just love for love's sake. You don't have to even direct it to anything. Just get busy knowing that there is just love. And by you loving, you're going to tune yourself to it and merge with it, just like we merged with the loving light in that first song. Right? You're around me and inside me, drawing me up to be with you. I surrender to you. I love you and I melt myself in you. All right? So it's the same idea right here. Love you with all of my mind. I love you with all my heart. And I love you with all my strength. And I love you with all my soul. I love you with all of my mind, and I love you with all my heart, and I love you with all of my strength, and I love you with all my soul. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you with all of my soul. Oh, I love you, 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 I do. Oh, I love you, 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 I do. Oh, I love you, 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 I do. Oh, I love you, 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 I do. Yeah, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. When in this case, it's a single moment right now where you just love with your whole being. Love. I love this practice. I love it. And the more you do it, the more you'll have of it, the more steady you'll get until you're really good at loving your heart out. And throughout the day, and then you realize you're not doing it because you're not responsible for loving. Love is responsible for loving through you, my dear, but you are love itself. So in essence, you are already capable of love because you are love, okay? So that's our responsibility to realize this. How do you realize it? In these baby steps. And in this step practice we're doing, we're loving with our whole being. Love you with all of my mind, and I love you with all my heart. I love you with all of my strength, and I love you with all my soul. I love you with all of my mind, and I love you with all my heart. And I love you with all of my strength, and I love you with all my soul. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you with all of my soul. Here we go now. Oh, I love you with all of my mind, and I love you with all my heart, and I love you with all of my strength, and I love you with all my soul. Oh, I love you, 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 I do. Oh, I love you, 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 I do. Oh, I love you, 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 I do. Oh, I love you, 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 I do. Oh, I love you, 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 I do. And I love you, 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 I do. All right, happy Father's Day to you too, Alexander, and to each one of you in that divine masculine within every being. The Father is sending a very powerful message. I want you right now to come back into your kingdom of omnipresent, back into your kingdom. It has nothing to do with this creation. So you can give me all the responsibility for helping you have the responsibility to get the job done. And come back to me as soon as possible, because I'll be responsible for your responsibility to respond in like kind to this divine shower, uninterrupted Shakti and love and light, bliss and happiness. I will give you the ability to respond in kind with the same fervor, with the same passion that I am, because my Father and I are one.